LG Run It Thursday events that were happening earlier this year and last year. Would see Naji there, no shortage of sense. And yes, indeed, Ramsey is bringing the Honda out immediately for this one.
Yeah, no reason not to. Just get it out of the way. But already, Naji firing off at lightning speed. That was unfortunate for Ramsey in every sense of the word.
Right. The headbutt. What's cool about, like, an interesting thing about this is the fact that headbutt so explicitly bypasses the threat of Juri's fireball because it travels along the ground.
Yeah.
So Honda can sort of turn himself into a projectile that doesn't care about it. Okay, nice throw tech. I had every expectation that Naji was going to go for a block string to try to make Ramsey burn out. Instead, burn out off the punish counter.
And then
right into stun.
That might be enough, actually, with the level 1 and the back end. Oh, we actually don't see it. We just wake up Jeff.
Sometimes no mix-up is best mix-up, as Naji just keeps it simple to close that one out. Okay, jab checks off of the OD run pressure this time right into the perfect parry on the head. But if that is a tool that you can regularly represent against Honda, it makes the Honda player have to be so much more careful on how they engage with you. That's 2 for 3 in this round.
It's looking a little bit rough right now as we do get the shimmy in play as well. Ramsey trying to just find any kind of footing here, but the parry not going to be enough. And the deepest of cross cuts coming out of Naji there.
Yeah, Naji's looking so comfortable. Okay, somebody pull up Naji's CFN profile and figure out what he's been doing for the last 20 minutes. Because I have every belief that Naji has either been playing against the Honda player or in training mode for the last 20 minutes.
Which, that's entirely possible, right? Like, just sitting there practicing perfect parries on headbutts and butt slams. Like, that's something that you could just do. Like, you could just do it.
Oh. We're going to get parries off of the errant pokes as well. Naji trying to come into this as comfortable as humanly possible. Clearly wants that run back against Knuckle-Doo. Are they going to be able to get a punish counter on the parry pump out of Ramsey? Ramsey trying to walk his way out of the corner. That is the first touch Ramsey has gotten in this game.
Yeah, it's not looking ideal, but the back throw could set them up for something fancy. That was crazy! I've not seen that from a Juri before. The, like, instant air overhead wake up into dive kick? That's shenanigans.
Doctor, I'm going to expose you. Naji's done it tonight. That's the second time Naji's pulled that out just tonight. Level 1 from Naji to close that one out. Ramsey firmly on the back foot here. Naji seems so much more comfortable in this matchup, and you can see Ramsey's trying to make an adjustment to be like, well, I'll check DRs, I'll check forward movement. Not easy to do against Juri. She's one of the harder characters to do that with, and we had already seen that Naji was willing to buffer early buttons out of Drive Rush to make it harder for you to contend with.
And look at this, finally getting a punish counter, trying to go low on wake up, but we're seeing pretty good defense from Naji. As I say that, he gets grabbed up.
Oh my god, you didn't punish the sweep! Ramsey, that was yours? Alright, anti-air headbutt.
Definitely something that we got to pay attention to a little bit more. I like that. Just drive rush throw. It's been effective for a lot of players tonight. We just need to see it a little bit more out of the ones on screen.
Alright. Oh, another deep crosscut. Naji is just so ready once they have Ramsey in that corner position. It just seems like they're so comfortable with all of the options that can be represented. We're not going to get a pickup. Perfect parry out of Ramsey. I really disagree. I do not think you should ever commit drive gauge after a perfect parry unless you're cashing all the way out to kill. Minimum scaling of a level 3, I don't think this is enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is a perfect parry level 3. I understand the... Oh, the burnout, though, is so critical.
Yeah, that's huge.
And even
into the overhead, yeah, you play for chip at this point. Oh, nice check right into level 3 from Ramsey. That's gonna bring this pretty even, and Ramsey's gonna get out of burnout as a result of this, which is massive. It takes chip off the table. That's nice. So that was what we needed to see. One game apiece.
That was so tricky in that scenario, and honestly, the level 3 comeback there from Ramsey, like you pointed out, getting yourself out of chip damage is literally make or break in that round. Because if Chip is still in the factor, every spot there can get OD DP'd by Naji.
These punish counter roundhouses there for Naji. I don't know if there's ordinarily something that people should be prepared to follow up with there, or if you just get that forced knockdown and Naji's just kind of taking that. But
it does look like there's a lot of juggle time, but you're right.
Yeah,
I would expect a player like Naji to be ready for it, but
yeah, it's. The reason it's so visually confusing is because my eyes tell me that something should happen, and Naji's doing something else, and I just assume that Naji knows better than me. Ramsey's able to steal the corner. Did they block the level 1? Even better, they parried it.
So I'm going to point out real quick for chat, just in case anybody doesn't know. The reason parrying it is better is because it doesn't deal damage to your drive gauge versus blocking it does. So... other than that,
not that it mattered there where you were going to kill them either way, but
yeah,
you know,
frame data wise, it's identical unless you get the perfect version. But yeah, nice turn steal from Naji. Says nah, still mine. Oh no, the timing there working out so well for Naji.
Oh, air throw on the second bit of the butt slam earns Naji the corner position back. Ramsey on the back foot. Can't afford to block anything else. Fireball stops just shallow. All of these standing medium kicks are scary.
Ramsey's in an incredibly tough spot right now. They do have that
But
CA.
every single one of these headbutts. Oh, if you had finished your play, that would be the game.
Oh, but the burnout is so critical here because every time you connect the hands.
Yeah, I think Naji was trying to... My guess is that Naji was mashing out reversal super in the gaps and just didn't get it and got caught not holding back, so got clipped in the gap there. I mean, when you know that they're going to be playing for Chip and there's nothing else you can do, all you can really afford to do is go to whatever you have that's invincible and pray. And if you don't have the timing right, then you're just going to get smoked for it. Damn, Naji's stealing some turns.
Does it again, that time with the perfect parry, but... nice tech. Ramsey immediately going back in for more. Just having to keep the tempo close enough that Ramsey isn't getting blown up by these standing medium kicks, but yet far enough away that they can, you know, punish with a headbutt.
All right. Corner offense now coming from Naji. Ramsey goes for a little bit of a longer parry pump. Just wants to earn a little bit of drive gauge back. Still on the back foot. One touch situation. Punish counter starter. Naji doesn't even need to spend the bar.
Naji is still down a little bit here, though, having to make up for some time, but definitely in a spot to get it done.
Yeah, Ramsey went for the stop sign there. Didn't have a good choice of falling air normal that covered both sides, so Naji was able to get to the other side, and now Naji's living in that pocket where they're like right at that standing medium kick, crouching medium kick range. Speaking of crouching medium kick, drive rush cancels really just pestering Ramsey. It's looking so frustrating for him right now. Right into level 3. Just barely not, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, a little bit more than just barely not.
It's still one touch away. The OD.
Okay.
The OD is so tough to call because it puts you right on the edge of burnout, and it's gonna be the overhead to connect, and we're heading to a game 5 now between these two.
This has been a crazy set. A quick reminder, this went 3-2 when they played in the winner's side, but there was one game of Geef on the table there that Ramsey gave up that first game in the set for. So the first 3 out of 5 we're seeing of the Honda. And as good as it looked in the middle there, it's seeming like Naji has gotten a decent read on Ramsey's pace. But now Ramsey's bringing a slightly different energy to the ground game. A little bit more aggressive, far more willing to claim forward space. Using that anti-air to great effect, but a nice anti-air answer back from Naji and baits out the level 1 with the empty drive rush and a level 1 of his own.
Yep. Does a good amount of drive damage there, and even on wake up, you're not blocking. Trading your health for a little bit of drive gauge back. The parry's so crucial.
Okay, flustered. We do find the whiff punish there with the smart jump back out of Naji, and Naji now on set point. Yo, shout outs to Vermilion Series with the raid. Y'all are catching the very end of our... I apologize, this is our losers finals, not our losers semis.
That's true.
And Naji up on set point. Ramsey 1 round behind him, right into the throw off the OD run. And that puts Naji in burnout. This is huge, but Naji's able to get out of the corner.
Yeah, Naji, even in burnout, still looking to push tempo. Does the back dash to try to bait something out, whether it's a shimmy or just a regular wake-up option that Ramsey's been so willing to do. That could have been it. But now out of burnout, chances are good.
You know what's something that's been difficult here for Ramsey? Oh my god, Naji actually overcommits to the parry pump, waits a little bit too long, and we're going to the final round. What I was going to say is there's been a couple of spots where like Ramsey is doing drive rush forward and then walking a little bit to try to get the throw, and Naji's committing hard to the walk back. Okay, that time commits to the parry, back throw for his trouble, reversal level 3, and he did hit a button. Naji's going to take a lead, but even more critically, is going to get enough of their drive gauge back that burnout a little bit less of a fear now.
And the overhead.
Oh, what a call. No!
Oh, but it's burnout here for Ramsey. That's tough. Do we spend it? We do. This is going to be very close.
Yeah, you definitely need to spend that. You're going to get like 50 or so % of your drive gauge back. Get a little bit of momentum here. Naji's going to try to play aggressive to blow you up for being in burnout, and that's exactly what you needed to do. Smart up back.
And now Naji?
And it puts Naji in burnout. That's huge. Ramsey's in such a good spot. Hands is extra scary. What an answer from Naji. The pinwheel on the headbutt. DI connects. Ramsey's going to close it out and move on to grand finals. 3-2 in the run back over Naji.
What a way to close it out, making sure that their presence is known by not only putting their opponent in burnout, but then closing it out with the OD command grab. And the headbutts were so crucial here, because even right here, with no bar left, Naji is in very big damage chip range. And then as soon as it becomes a thing that Ramsey gets their gauge back, I still think the DI is kind of risky in that scenario, even with the burnout, but the read was just so crisp to be able to make it a true punish.
Yeah. It's definitely a risky DI. I think the reality there is, you know that Naji's tendencies is to use like roundhouse, standing medium kick, low forward, and the fact that he's in burnout means